This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the chairman and CEO of Hannan Metals, Mr. Michael Hudson. Mike, I know you're on the road. Thank you for taking time today. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Gerardo.
Well, let's get right to it, Mike. You had some news earlier this morning. You completed drilling at Ballyhickey, and you also defined a significant zinc target out at Kilmurray. Now, let's be absolutely clear. The better management teams in the space know when to cut their losses. Hannan, yourself, everybody at the company has been very clear about the fact that you're looking for a big system. You drilled 3 holes. You found lots of smoke. We're not in this for smoke, so you're pivoting to another excellent target. Can we talk about why the pivot and why you're excited about Kilmurray?
Well, you basically summarized it, Gerardo. We drilled 3 holes over a big system at surface that we saw at Ballyhickey. So a pretty preliminary test, but we did drill the best parts of that system from what we knew about it from the seismics. And basically that dog didn't hunt is what we say. We having duds in exploration, if you want to put it crudely, is a normal outcome. We don't hit in every hole, and the last thing we want to do in exploration is prove something is not there. So in this market, the zinc explorcos are not getting a lot of love, as we all know, and with scarce funds, especially, but really always, you want to be drilling your best targets, and We had high hopes for Ballyhickey without a doubt, but it didn't work out as well as we expected or hoped. But that is, of course, is mutually exclusive to any other target on the property, and that's a big property, and there's no shortage of targets. So we're moving to a target that is actually, we've done a lot of seismic work, as you're aware. This is our strongest geological target. It is deeper at Kilmurray, but we can test it cheaply with an extension of 1 drill hole, and we can drill it for a few hundred metres. This is actually a hands-down system that has developed there. Now, let's see if it develops the base metals at the right level, but it's got all the hallmarks of being something transformatory, if that's the correct word, and that's the only thing that will get recognition in this market.
And let's be clear, this target wasn't drilled first, not because it's not a great target, but because it is further down at depth, where the Ballyhickey targets were a bit shallower. Am I accurate in stating it that way?
It's twofold. You're completely correct. First up, we went for the shallower target because that was an easier and cheaper test, and of course, finding something shallower is a better outcome. But this Kilmurray target has really developed over the last 3 months. We went back and reprocessed some of the seismics and relogged some of the drill holes. So you'll see in the summary of what we wanted to drill that we put out a few months ago, Kilmurray wasn't even talked about at that stage because it hadn't been pulled together. So it's a relatively new target, and it's leapfrogged some of the other targets that we've got that we had planned to drill. So it's a big area. We're only testing one part of it, but again, we think we're testing a pretty good part of it, and at a cost-effective way for shareholders.
Now, you mentioned how big the land package is. It truly is district scale. Now, this target is 9 kilometers south of the Kilbricken resource, correct?
It is, indeed.
Fantastic. We're expecting permits within the next couple of months. Is that accurate?
Indeed, again, the issues around permitting have been sorted out in Ireland. We went through a hiatus there with the Ballyhickey area, but all those issues have been resolved from a legislative point of view in Ireland. There is a little bit of a backlog, and we anticipate the permits to come through in the new year.
Fantastic. I hope I can have you back on once drilling commences. Any news between now and then? Again, I hope that I can have you back on, and thank you so much for providing an update. Again, I know you're on the road, so I appreciate it, Mike.
The good and the bad, Gerardo, it's always important to communicate.
Absolutely. It's appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerardo.